What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brennan and I'm Bman X45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have a card overview for EX8. This is the 8th extra set of the Digimon TCG, Chain of Liberation, which is coming out around on January 10th, so like 20 days or less. We got until EX8 is out, so we're going to do our card overview, talk about the cards in the set, what we're excited for, look at effects and stuff like that, and just look at what the set has to offer everyone. And we're also going to be doing our deck excitement list probably in another week to 10 days to finish out our round of videos that we do on every kind Digimon set as it releases. And so that stay tuned for that, guys, because that's always a really fun one. But we appreciate you guys always checking these videos out and leaving comments, especially if you're excited about stuff. Let me know in the comments down below, because I really like to hear that stuff. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. All right, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's talk about these cards. We're not going to be going through everything because that would take way too long, but we'll take a look here. We have, now that we have the simultaneous transition update happening more, it's getting to the end of it. We have our English card list up a lot sooner, so we can take a look at the cards we're going to be getting. And it's nice because they always put the alternates, right beside, whereas in the Japanese, you got to find them at the bottom. So you can see that we have the foiled out uncommons and commons in this set, which I think is like maybe something they're going to be doing with all the extra sets now. I don't know, but they did it with EX7, so it's kind of like a cool little thing they're doing now, although it does make it expensive since you only get like 1 to 2 in a box. I'm hoping they eventually start giving you more of these, like maybe like every second pack has one of these would be cool, but that'd be asking too much of Bandai probably. We have Coromon. It's going to be for the new Tyrannomon build. When attacking once per turn, if this Digimon has Tyrannomon in its name or the dinosaur trait, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3,000 or less DP. We got a new Bukamon, which is when attacking, if you have 0 memory, gain a memory. That's kind of cool. That's going to be for the Deep Savers. We have a yellow Kokomon, which is cool because we have a lot of cards that Digivolve on a Kokomon for 0, even if they're like green or other colors. So, it's cool. We have a yellow Kokomon because it works with a lot of that stuff. When attacking once per turn, if you have other Digimon, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 DP for the turn. So that could be kind of cool. I'm not sure if it's going to see play. The Modimon is for the Nature Spirits deck, which is when any of your other NSP trait Digimon are played. If this Digimon has the NSP trait, this Digimon may attack, so letting you attack when you're passing turn. The new Tumblemon. I don't know if I think we've got a Tumblemon before, but this is not in a while. So the new Tumblemon is for the Rock Mineral Liberator deck. And this is not your turn or all turns. This just says when effects trash this card from a mineral or rock trait Digimon, this rock trait Digimon's digivolution cards gain 1 memory. So this is really bad against source stripping because your opponent can give you memory by stripping your sources. So they got to be careful. So that's really, really cool. And got Demimeramon for the NSO, which is the Nightmare Soldiers. If this Digimon has the NSO trait, by trashing 1 card in your hand, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon, and that's when attacking. So that's cool. I definitely see the value in these two guys. The other ones, I'm not sure if they're going to see much play, but we'll have to wait and see, if they kind of break onto the scene. We have the new Agumon, which is for the Tyrannomon deck. It digivolves from any Coromon for cost 0 or a level 2, any other level 2 for cost 1. It has on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with Tyrannomon in its name or the reptile or dinosaur trait, and 1 Ryotaro Williams among them to your hand, and then return the rest to the bottom. So it's your searcher for the Tyrannomon deck. You have the new Gallantmon X-Antibody, which harkens back to the Agu X of BT9, which is on play when digivolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with the Gallantmon or Gallantmon in its name, and 1 X-Antibody among them to your hand, return the rest to the bottom of the deck. And then, of course, it digivolves on a 1 from a level 2, other than if it's a Digimon or a Gallantmon, it's cost 0. It has a really sweet alt, too. You have the new Tyrannomon, which is a level 3, digivolves from a level 3 with reptile trait for cost 2. At the end of the battle, play this card without paying the cost, so it plays itself on from security. And then start your main phase when digivolving. This Digimon gets plus 3,000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. So, and it has a plus 2,000 heritable. We also have the Growlmon X-Antibody. Again, it has a when digivolving, draw one, trash one card in your hand. Then if Growlmon or X-Antibody is in this Digimon's digivolution cards until the end of your opponent's turn, this Digimon gains on deletion. You may play one card with Gallantmon and its name from your trash without paying the cost. So that's really cool. So it gives you some recurrence, which is really, really good. And then when any of your opponent's Digimon are deleted, gain memory. So again, same inheritable, so gain that memory. And it digivolves from a Growlmon for cost 0 or cost 3 on a purple or a red. So you really want to digivolve this on a Growlmon. But it's kind of cool because it's got the, draw one, trash one, which is good because it lets you set up things like putting your Takato in the trash, and then you digivolve into the War Growl from EX3 that lets you mill 3 and then play a Gyo or a Takato for free from your trash. So that way in case you don't mill the card you want to mill, you have something in there. So that's really cool because it really sets up cool plays like that. Master Tyrannomon is a level 5. It's got security +1, inheritable. It digivolves from a dinosaur trait, level 4 for cost of 3. It's got fortitude. On play when digivolving, you may suspend one Digimon. Then if this Digimon is suspended, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 8,000 DP or less. That covers a lot of cards, including all the good aces like Zunamon. We have War Growlmon X-Antibody. He's going to digivolve from War Growlmon for cost 1 or 4 on a level, on any other level 4. So again, you really want to digivolve him on the War Growlmon. When digivolving until the end of your opponent's turn, this Digimon can't be returned to the hand or deck, and it gets plus 3,000 DP, which is really cool. Then if War Growlmon or X-Antibody is in this Digimon's digivolution cards, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 1,000 DP or less. That's huge, 1,000. That's a lot of cards. And then, got security attack +1 inheritable, which is really, really cool. Then you have Dynomon here. He's going to be one of the supers here. He's going to be basically the boss of the Tyrannomon deck. So he digivolves the level 5 with Tyrannomon in its name or with the dinosaur trait for a cost of 4 instead of the cost 5 that's on there. It's got fortitude and security attack +1. On play when digivolving, you may suspend one Digimon, then delete one of your opponent's suspended Digimon with the lowest DP. So that's cool because it lets you control what you're deleting potentially. And you may suspend. So if you wanted to hit something that's already suspended, you can choose not to suspend something else. And then opponent's turn, while this Digimon is suspended, all of your opponent's Digimon can only attack suspended Digimon. So it has to attack it, and it's going to be super big with all the DP inheritables. We have the blue stuff. Not really sure if I'm interested in a lot of the blue stuff, but we got Seadramon with jamming, and when attacking, gain a memory. That's for the Deep Savers stuff, which is probably going to be good because you're going to have and you got the ice snow stuff like Frigimon, and it's got ice clad. They all got ice clad, and then you have the new Metal Seadramon Ace, which does de-digivolve 1 on play when digivolving, and you have 1 or more memory, none of your opponent's Digimon can suspend. So that's cool. That's all turns. So that's cool. Metal Seadramon Ace. You also have the Scatymon, which is one of the Liberator guys, and it's got Ice Clad, Barrier. When digivolving, you may play 1 level 4 or lower Ice Snow trait Digimon card from your hand without playing the cost. For each of your opponents' Digimon with no digivolution cards, add 1 to the effect. So for each of your opponents' Digimon with no digivolution cards, add 1 to this effect level maximum. So you can play higher level stuff if you strip all your opponent's stuff. And when digivolving, when attacking, by placing 1 Digimon with no digivolution cards as the bottom security card, this Digimon unsuspends. So that's really cool. Yeah. You just need other things like inheritables that let you strip sources, basically, which are probably on these guys, but I didn't really pay attention. Yeah, Trosh, the bottom digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon. So yeah, so it kind of strips and then gets into the boss monster, which kind of helps you. We have a new Aegis-Dramon. We're not going to read its ability, but it's going to be a DNA Digivolve between your Metal Seadramon and basically one Plesiomon, I want to say. I don't know. Plesio. Yeah, Plesio and Milestone can DNA Digivolve, and there might be other stuff in the black section here. We got a new Renamon X-Antibody, which is on play when Digivolving. Return one option card with plug in its name from your trash to the hand, plus it's got 0 from a Renamon. Play cost 4, that's pretty low. Although it is a little bit higher than if you just hard drop like an Agumon X-Antibody, that's only 3. And then inheritable, when you use option cards with a use cost of 2 or more, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000. That's typical for the deck. So we got that. And then we got Sakuyamon X-Antibody here. Is another cool one. And it's got a lot of text. Digivolves from a level 6 with Sakuyamon in name without X-Antibody, so it can Digivolve from maid mode, so that's kind of cool for a cost of 1. When Digivolving, if Sakuyamon or X-Antibodies in this Digimon's digital cards, play 1 Uka no Mitami token, which has Digimon Yellow, 9,000 DP and Rush, so it's got a Rush ability. Your turn, once per turn, when one of your Digimon attacks, you may use when one of your Digimon attacks, you may use one single color option card with a use cost of 5 or less from your hand without paying the cost. If this effect used one of your Digimon unsuspended, so you can potentially get multiple attacks. So that's really, really cool. So that's actually really good for Sakuyamon, especially with that token thing there, and that's got a cool alt too. We got the Agumon, the green purple Agumon, which is also for the Tyrannomon deck. You may suspend 1 Digimon, Digivolve 0 from a Koromon, inheritable retaliation, so that's kind of cool too. You also got the Dark Tyrannomon, inheritable retaliation, Digivolves from a reptile for cost 2, and then on play when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's tamers, then one of their tamers can't unsuspend until the end of their turn. That's pretty good too. It'd almost be kind of cooler if this was a DNA Digivolve deck where you could DNA Digivolve your Dark Tyrannomon with your regular Tyrannomon. I think that would be kind of cool, especially with partition and stuff like that. You have some really good on-play effects, but that might be a little bit too broken. You also have Metal Tyrannomon again. He's also for the same deck. Dinosaur trait cost 3 for digivolution. On play when Digivolving, you may suspend 1 Digimon. Then if this Digimon is suspended, de-Digivolve 1 of your opponent's Digimon until the end of your opponent's turn. Their effects can't return this Digimon to the hand or decks or affect it with de-Digivolve effects. That's pretty broad. And then he has all turns inheritable when this Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon battle, trash their top security card. That's always a really great ability. Yeah, we get into some of the other cool stuff here. We have our Hercules Kabuterimon Ace. So we have an Ace Hercules Kabuterimon, which is really cool, which can blast Digivolve from a level 5 NSP trait for cost 3, or just a regular green level 5 for 3, so it doesn't really change it, but it means that any Nature Spirit's color can Digivolve into him for level 5, so that's kind of cool. And then Blast Digivolve, obviously, on play when Digivolving, you may suspend up to 3 Digimon. For each of your opponent's Digimon, this effect suspended, gain 1 memory. That's really, really cool. And then all turns, once per turn, when this Digimon suspends until the end of your opponent's turn, one of your Digimon gains piercing and plus 3,000. That is awesome. So he's automatically, without inheritables, he's a 14,000 K piercer that suspends stuff. So that's really, really good. Gallantmon. You got some of the new rock and mineral stuff. This guy's kind of cool. On deletion by trashing 1 card with the mineral or rock trait, draw 2. So he's kind of like one of those put stuff in your trash that you want in your trash, and then draws you into your pieces. So that's kind of cool. You also have Sunrizamon, the new Sunrizamon. He's going to be a searcher for the deck. Reveal top 3. Add 1 card with the mineral or rock trait, and then 1 card with Liberator among them to your hand. Return the rest of the bottom of the deck, so it lets you add your tamer. Also has when effects trash this card from mineral or rock trait Digimon, digivolution cards, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 4 or less. So that's kind of cool. New Landramon lets you play your close. If you have one or fewer tamers, you may play a close from your hand without paying the cost. So it lets you play up to 2 tamers for free, basically. When it affects trash this card, you basically same thing. You can delete something with play cost 4 or less. Then of course you have a new Gallantmon. On deletion, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may add 1 mineral or rock trait Digimon card with a play cost of 5 or less among them without paying the cost. Trash the rest. It's also got the opponent's turn. When one of your opponent's Digimon attacks, you may change the target to this Digimon. That's kind of cool. The new card is Tyrannomon, which has collision, piercing, and the new fragment, which allows you to, when this Digimon would be deleted by trashing any 3 digivolution cards, it's not. So protection, and then you get the effects from trashing those digivolution cards. And then, of course, inheritable, when it affects trash cards from a mineral or rock trait Digimon's digivolution cards, de-digivolve 1. And that's not once per turn. It's just when it happens. So if you trash multiple times, you get to de-digivolve. That's nuts. We got Sunrizamon X-Antibody, which is another cool one. Cost 0 on a Cyberdramon. When digivolving a Cyberdramon or X-Antibodies in this Digimon's digivolution cards, you may place 1 option card with the device trait from your hand or trash in the battle area. And then you also, by trashing 1 of your option cards in the battle area, de-digivolve 2. So that's kind of cool. And then when attacking inheritable by trashing one of your option cards in the battle area, trash your opponent's top security card. That's kind of cool. And then we have the new Digimon X-Antibody, which looks like he has so many abilities. Digivolves from a level 6 with Digimon in name without X-Antibody for cost 1. And he's going to have rush, piercing, security attack +1. When attacking, once per turn, activate 1 when digivolving effect of 1 Digimon card with Digimon in its name. In this Digimon's digivolution cards, sorry, 1 Digimon with the Digimon in its name in this Digimon's digivolution cards as an effect of this Digimon. So if you have Digimon underneath the stack, you can activate his ability. End your turn once per turn. If your opponent has an unsuspended Digimon, this Digimon may attack a player. That's kind of cool as well. And of course, the guy I'm excited for, Tyrannomon, got Fragment 3 when digivolving when attacking by trashing any 3 digivolution cards of the mineral or rock trait from your Digimon. This Digimon, it's from your Digimon, so it's not just him. It's any stack you have. This Digimon unsuspends and gains security attack +1 for the turn. End of your turn, once per turn, you may place up to 3 cards with the mineral or rock trait from your trash as this Digimon's bottom digivolution cards. That is nuts. That is so cool. I'm just loving that. I don't really know about a lot of the purple stuff. I haven't really paid attention to the Nightmare Soldiers. They could be cool. We do have a Piedmon Ace. That's kind of cool because it's going to have activate this effect below 4 times. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 DP for the turn. So it stacks up to 8. All turns once per turn. When any other Digimon are deleted, you may play 1 level 4 or lower NSO trait Digimon from your trash without paying the cost. So that's cool too. So Piedmon Ace is going to be pretty good. And it has one of those low pull rates. We got a Barbamon X-Antibody as well. We're not going to read his ability, but I know people are excited for more Demon Lord support. So we got Barbamon. And this guy is part of the NSO guys. He's, you DNA Digivolve with Piedmon. And one of the guys from, I guess you could do Piedmon and not Myotismon, but like another level 6. I'm trying to think of there's a green guy in there, but it's got to be a purple or black with a yellow or green. So that's kind of cool. And then what else do we have here? We have a little bit more here. We have our Tamers, Ryutaro Williams, cost 3. Start your main phase, gain a memory if your opponent has a Digimon. When one of your Digimon with Tyrannomon its name attacks by suspending this Tamer, that Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with Tyrannomon its name. reduced by 1, so it's kind of like an X-Antibody almost, like lets you digivolve when attacking. The new Suzune Kazuki gains a memory again when your Digimon are played or digivolve if any of them have the Ice Snow trait. By suspending this tamer, trash 1 Digivolution card from your opponent's Digimon. So this is another way that lets you strip sources for your main guy's play. And of course, Close, Memory Tamer. When any of your Digimon digivolve into a rock trait Digimon by suspending this tamer, place 2 cards with the mineral rock trait from the trash as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution cards. So this lets you get set up for if you say your opponent strips your source, or you have to strip your sources with Fragment on your level 5, and you play your level 6, you only have 1 thing. You basically when it digivolves, you can add the 2, which is really cool, and then basically stack up your guy again. So that's really, really cool. And then we have some cool option cards. We've got the Deep Savers, the Nature Spirits, the Nightmare Soldiers. We're also going to have this Zophyr Caboose, which is a crazy card, cost 2. By trashing any 1 Digivolution card of one of your Digimon with a Mineral Rock trait until the end of your turn. Opponent's turn, this Digimon gains Collision, Piercing, and Reboot, and your opponent's effects can't return it to the hand or deck. And it gets plus 3,000. It's just nuts. Protection and just a lot of cool abilities for 2 costs, which is nuts. Of course, then we have our main cards that everyone's excited for is the Gallantmon X-Antibody, which digivolves from a Gallantmon, cost 1. When digivolving, when attacking, if Gallantmon or X-Antibody is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, until the end of your opponent's turn, this Digimon gains plus 4,000, and one of their Digimon gets minus 4,000. Then when digivolving, end of attack, once per turn, delete one of your opponent's 10,000 or lower DP Digimon. If this effect didn't delete, trash their top security card, and this Digimon unsuspends. Really, really good. While you have 0 or less memory, this Digimon isn't affected by your opponent's Digimon effects. That's so good. And of course, we have Medieval Gallantmon, which has, when this card would be played, by suspending 2 Digimon, reduce the play cost by 4. And then it's got Alliance and Vortex. When digivolving, you may suspend 1 Digimon, then you may delete 1 Digimon of your opponent's Digimon 8,000 DP or lower. For each other suspended Digimon, add 3,000 to this DP deletion effects maximum. As you may suspend 1 Digimon, so it could be either yours or your opponent's. Alternates once per turn when Digimon are played. You may activate one of this Digimon's when digivolving effects. So that's really cool. So he's from the comic. Medieval Gallantmon's gonna be really, really, really cool for potentially for the Liberator deck, for the Zephygamon deck. So he's gonna be really powerful. And so he's 1 secret, and he has a low pull rate. Plus, Gallantmon has the low pull rate mugshot one, which is probably gonna be very highly sought after. This deck is probably one of the decks that's gonna be really sought after in the set. And you also have your Legend Pack guys, Guillaumon from BT17, Agunimon, Lobomon, Renamon, Tyrannomon, and then we have a Tyrannomon X-Antibody that'll be good for that, and some Bishop device will be good for the other stuff. So this is all stuff we're gonna be getting in the set. So that's really cool. That's we kind of went through a snapshot of a lot of the stuff, some of the stuff we're looking forward to, and just kind of seeing what their abilities do. And there's a lot of cool stuff in this set. I'm really excited for it. There's like at least 3 decks I'm really excited to play. But we'll keep looking out for what's going to be good, and hope we're going to have the deck excitement list coming up soon. And then once EX8 gets here, we're going to have some deck profiles. Maybe not a full slate of them, but I'm thinking at least 3 or 4, because there's a lot of stuff in this set that I'm really excited to play. But looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. We hope to see you in the next video. As always, have a wonderful day. And that's all for now, folks.